This is Lycée Descartes. It was from here 3 months ago that I first reported about life in Morocco during the COVID crisis. At that time, it was almost impossible to believe that it would be 3 months before I would be allowed to come here and report again.
Morocco has become a different country during its 3 months of lockdown. These have been miserable times, alien to the Moroccan way of life. We are conscious of the surfaces we touch and how we greet people. Wherever you go, you see the weapons used in the battle against COVID-19. We all have to wear face masks in public now. Everywhere there are posters telling us how to behave and to remind us to use the hand sanitizers, which are equally in abundance. Over the past 10 days, Morocco has been promised a return to normality. Last week, most of the country was released from lockdown, and today it's the turn of the majority of cities to get their first taste of freedom, with cafes and shops allowed to open at 50% capacity and public spaces opened to people, but with the obligation to adhere to precautionary measures. However, this move has come at a time of disturbing news. After months of enjoying low numbers of cases and deaths, and a feeling that Morocco was winning the battle against the virus, the country has recently experienced a huge spike in the numbers that greatly exceed those of previous weeks. This news has tempered the enjoyment of release from lockdown. There's a growing worry that is too much for some, with many people opting to stay at home, fearing streets filled with crowds unable to keep their social distance. In fact, the opposite became the reality. In Agdal, the commercial part of Morocco's capital, Rabat, the streets and shops were not as busy as businesses would have hoped for. The same was true for Megamall. With empty shops and walkways. And it was the same in Takadoum, one of the less affluent parts of the city. For some, the lure of open spaces by the ocean has been just too tempting. Despite the sudden surge in new cases, the government maintains it has the spread of the virus under control. It's carrying out around 20,000 tests each day and is reviewing the lockdown measures on a weekly basis. However, this is not enough reassurance for some people who expect another lockdown in the near future. Others feel it's time to get things back to normal for the sake of the economy and the public mental health. Some think the lockdown should have ended sooner. As social distancing is narrowing and masks are being worn less and less, life is returning to normal in Morocco. Whether that means another lockdown in the future or not, some have chosen to enjoy their newly found freedom, however long it lasts.